Good morning. It is Wednesday, September 11th, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. Coming up, I have an update on the status of the election. More on that shortly, but first, your local weather and this news. A plea deal is on the table for Brandon Ortiz Vita that would put him in prison for between 30 to 37 years for second-degree murder and other charges. He is a Mexican citizen who was in the U.S. illegally when he shot and killed his girlfriend, Ruby Garcia, in March and dumped her body on U.S. 131 in Grand Rapids. Ortiz Vita called 911 2 days later from a church and surrendered. He was charged with murder on October 26th. Republicans in the Michigan House say the upcoming fiscal year budget has around $320 million to demolish the Renaissance Center in Detroit. Here's Representative Matt Hall of Richland.
They left it there because they want to spend it tearing down the Renaissance Center and putting light rail all over. But I would say a bigger problem that we need to solve is our failing education system.
House Speaker Joe Tate's office disputes that claim, with the Detroit Democrats saying they're not aware of any plans to tear down the towers that were built in 1977. The towers will lose a major tenant when General Motors exits once the new high-rise is complete on the site of the former Hudson's building. The criminal case against State Representative Neil Frisk of Charlevoix has been turned over to the Michigan Attorney General's office. Ingham County Prosecutor John DeWayne says her office is best for the case as it involves multiple county jurisdictions. Frisk was arrested in June after he chased an adult dancer from his Lansing condominium in the middle of the night and possessing a gun. He lost in the Republican primary election in August after the arrest, and he has maintained his innocence. Four former University of Michigan football players are suing the NCAA and the Big Ten Network for $50 million in a class action lawsuit. They say their names, images, and likenesses are being used wrongfully on television. Braylon Edwards, Denard Robinson, Michael Martin, and Sean Crable filed the 73-page lawsuit yesterday in a federal court. They say the NCAA and Big Ten Network made money from the players and other athletes by broadcasting, advertising, and selling merchandise without getting consent or paying them. And I have an obituary to bring to your attention this morning. Father Stanley Sermon, a priest in the Diocese of Saginaw, passed away on Thursday last week. He was born in 1931 in Krakow, Poland, and later studied under the future Pope St. John Paul II. He was ordained in 1965 in Krakow and was later incarnated into the Diocese of Saginaw in 1967. His funeral will be on Friday at Annunciation of the Lord Parish, St. Mary of Czestochowa Church in Kind. Bishop Robert Gruss will preside. He was 94. Requiescat in pace. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. Your local weather's next. Now this.
Dr. Ray Guarendi.
I was raised in an Italian Catholic home. We went to church. That's what you did. And now that I'm older, I can't thank my parents enough for allowing me to know about our Lord, because ultimately the base that they gave me kept pulling me back to the Catholic Church, even though I wandered as a young adult.
We have some areas of fog this morning, and it should clear out by 10 a.m. Otherwise, today in Detroit, it will be 83 with mostly sunny skies. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows around 61. Tomorrow will be sunny with highs around 84. Friday will be partly sunny with temperatures around 80, and Saturday will be mostly sunny with highs in the mid-80s. We'll have some patchy fog this morning, and it should clear out by 10 a.m. Otherwise, we'll have sunny skies today and highs around 85 in Saginaw. Tonight, it will be mostly clear with lows around 58. Tomorrow will be sunny with highs around 86. Friday will be partly sunny with temperatures in the lower 80s. And Saturday will be mostly sunny with highs in the mid-80s. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. Last night, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris faced off for the first time in a presidential debate. News Nation's Rayshad Hudson is in D.C. with a recap.
When it comes to the economy, Trump leaned on his record as president.
I had no inflation, virtually no inflation. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs.
Access to abortion has been a focal point for the Harris campaign.
The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
And Trump has made border security a major focus of his campaign.
They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. They're going in violently.
He'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem.
Immediately after the debate, the Harris campaign said they were willing to participate in a second debate in October. Both Harris and Trump will be at separate 9/11 events in New York today before hitting more swing states later this week. The latest polling here in Michigan has Harris up by at least 1 point. If you have debate fever, you can look forward to two face-offs between U.S. Senate candidates Mike Rogers and Alyssa Slotkin here in Michigan. The first will be on October 8th in Grand Rapids, hosted by Wood TV. That debate will be simulcast in the Detroit area on Local 4 and in the Saginaw area on ABC 12. There will also be a second debate on October 14th on WXYZ, also known as Channel 7, in Detroit. In the latest poll from The Telegraph and Redfield and Wilton Strategies, Slotkin is up by 5 points over Mike Rogers. Coming up later today on Ave Maria Radio, I will be joining Dr. Marcus Peter on Ave Maria in the afternoon to share some of my reactions to last night's presidential debate. Tune in to that at 4:45 p.m. or look for Ave Maria in the afternoon on the Ave Maria Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. Lord willing, I'll talk to you this afternoon. Goodbye.